Welcome again to the Whiskey Wisemen here. We pretty excited tonight. It's the Jack is back, baby. And we got Money Mike here representing the Jack Daniels shirt, and Dr. Joe over here just questioning life choices.
I'm representing the polo shirt. You know.
Oh yeah. The polo's on the end. You know, that's what we're going for here. But we gotta go ahead, Joe.
You get a different color every episode.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, this color does something for my eyes. just so if anybody asks.
You do have pretty blue eyes, man.
Well, the camera adds 20 pounds, they say.
To your eyes?
Well, not to my eyes, but definitely to my face. So.
All right. Tell them what we got, John.
All right. So tonight we're going to do another blind. We've got a random blind here, A, B, C, and D, with the Jack Daniels lineup. So we have the Jack 10, Jack 12, Jack 14, and then a Jack Coy Hill. And I think the Coy Hill is one of the 24 releases.
Yep. This is 125.1 proof.
Yep.
2024 release. These three are batch 1 of each one. So batch 1 of 10, batch 1 of 12, and then obviously the one and only 14 as of now.
You think this will go better than the Rye episode for me?
I mean, the jury's out, so we'll see how it goes.
Try to train me in how to taste these effectively.
Yeah, Joe has a great, I guess a great what they say, a great tongue. Is that what they say?
A great non-palate.
Yeah, or whatever they say, but he can pick nothing out.
On the last one, you got 5 out of 5.
Did I really?
You did.
Wow.
5 out of 5. Yeah. Okay.
His face.
I would have never guessed that.
5 out of 5. I got 3 out of 5.
And I got 0 out of 5.
And he got 0, so he flunked.
But I got close to the worst one with you guys.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I put it 4 instead of 5. It was actually a 5. But
yeah.
I think I'm going to do better tonight, guys. I've been practicing.
So my wife was kind enough to do the blind for us, so we don't know what's what. She did lock up the results in the back in a little stapled thing, so at the end we will...
Locked them up, right there. Real
locked them
tough
up.
Security. Right behind John.
That's right. Behind me.
So you wanna start testing A, and we can start talking about Jack Daniels Distillery, which only 2 of us have been to. He hasn't, and we can make him a little jealous,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's start out with the Jack 10, which I think was one of the first ones that I got to try.
But we don't know which one is which.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the bottle.
John forgot what we're doing today.
Yeah.
So we're doing a blind.
Hey, what time is it here?
He knows which one it is just by looking at it. Apparently,
we're doing a blind, so we're not sure what's in these, John. That's how the blind works.
Well, we're not going to talk about them. I was gonna do A and then talk about each bottle, but we're just going to drink.
Oh, I got you now. I just didn't want anybody to get confused and thinking that A was 10.
The colors are pretty similar.
They are very similar, which is a little surprising considering, obviously the age statements. You would think that it would be a little bit more obvious, at least between 10 and 14.
Mm-hmm.
How's that one? I hope it was the Coy.
Oh, nice. Well, nice. We'll join you now,
yeah.
John.
Well, hey,
in case you're wondering.
Are we doing this podcast together? Or
yeah,
separate?
I thought we had started.
That smells so good.
Every time I smell that Jack, I know what I'm drinking. It's like a...
Dude, talk about like nutty, banana, like earthy, fruity, banana peanut.
Every one of these Jacks, like the ones for the years, like the 10, 12, and 14, even the Coy Hill, to me, they don't have the typical Jack. I don't know if it's a bite. You want to say it's a Jack bite, or if it's kind of that traditional Jack Daniels flavor. But all 4 of these are
great bottles.
They are. They're very well refined kind of pours, and very surprising, I think, for me from as an offering from Jack Daniels. But I've been pretty impressed so far.
And honestly, extremely hard to get.
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, I feel like they get harder to get as it goes up. Well, this one just came out, and it's like virtually impossible. So is the Coy Hill. 10 and 12 you see, from time to time in some places.
Well, Coy Hill only comes out once a year, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, all of these theoretically do, right?
Well, they're batched.
10 is on batch 4. This is on 3. And then obviously 1, and then that's... How long have they been doing Coy Hill for?
I don't know. I think it's really took off here the last couple of years, though. I know that. Because I think some of the original Coy Hills, that was close.
You saw that?
That was very close.
Every episode.
That was very close.
I was like,
Very close on that one. But yeah, I think some of the earlier Coy Hills were very high proof. I think they were hazmat, like 140, 141. Some of those, and I think some of the newer releases have been kind of in the middle 120-ish range, maybe low 130s. But
So for the record, Jack 10 is 97 proof. Jack 12, I just heard saw 107. And then 14 is like in the 120s, 126. And this Coy Hill is 125 point something. So just for reference, just so you guys know. Dude, let me tell you. I consider myself, if you guys have been watching so far, I've been drinking Jack for a long time. Especially Jack and Coke.
It's a lot of people's starters.
Yeah, agreed. And I feel like I went into this like super, even so far, I'm like really confident until I had this first pour. I have no freaking clue what this is. I mean, to me, I feel like it's like mid proof, which is not really helping me out much. Because you got 2 that are low-ish and 2 that are pretty high.
Yep.
So, I don't know. We'll continue on to B, and then we'll go from there, I guess.
Okay.
We have a lot of thoughts on these guys.
Wow. What do you think of B versus A so far?
A is a lot better.
What?
It's my opinion.
I think B is miles better.
I think
Than
B is mildly better, because I think B is probably lower proof. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, I'm not going to say what I'm guessing they are, but B is definitely lower proof for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Lower proof, yeah.
It's good, but it's.
I'm gonna have to like fold my thing. You ever did this when you were in school? We probably did because we were good students. I should say I wasn't a good kid, but I was a good
very
student.
good students apparently.
But I'm gonna have to like write what I think.
Why
and,
do you
like,
think we would cheat off of you?
and like fold it?
Why
Hey, I got 3 out of 5, man.
Yeah, but
That's a B plus in my book.
You should be cheating off John, and I should be cheating off of you.
Well, hello. That's why. Look, that's why I did this. So that
so I don't cheat off of you. Oh well, okay. I'll just look over here, John. What do you got over there?
I haven't wrote a
I mean,
single
Mike,
thing.
we're literally giving each other clues as we talk through this.
Yep.
I know.
Don't
But
worry. If you beat me, it's okay. This is Mike's competitive spirit coming out right
It is. It is. I hate losing.
He's mad that John
I
beat
really
him in the last
do.
one. Yeah.
Like I am mad at myself right now that I can't really like. I know a little bit about these 2 so far, but I couldn't tell you which is which. Not yet. Anyways.
Yeah.
We understand. I mean, it's hard being an executive bourbon steward.
Hey,
It's a lot of pressure, a
that's
lot of weight
right.
you have to carry on
That's
your
right.
shoulders.
I mean, you want to tell the story again? I'm the only one that got it because these 2 losers didn't want to go with
That's
it.
right.
It's not for everybody, they say.
Also, that doesn't make me an expert by any means. It just
Makes him someone who knows more about the rest of us.
well, no, because I still feel like I don't know more than John. He's been doing it for 20 years. I learned a lot. I really did. Like I didn't know anything about like distilling or anything about like the different stills and the different like the hard heads and tails and what all that meant and all that stuff. And I didn't know anything about that. I knew that I liked whiskey and bourbon and that and ish how it was made and how it came about and whatever. So I learned a lot. It doesn't make me an expert by any means, but I learned a lot. That's all I gotta say. So, are you guys gonna hit up C already?
I'm gonna be all up in that C.
It smells better than a B, I think.
It does, yeah.
A and C is tough for me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Not for you, huh?
No, I mean I think C's better.
Yeah, that's a.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
I think that's.
I like A more.
I think that.
Honestly, I
so?
like A more. Yeah,
Really?
I do.
I'm not a fan of A. I mean, it's okay, but I'm just.
I think C's my favorite so far.
Me too. I think C to me so far. C's. I mean, B's a easy drinker. I think it's pretty smooth and easy to drink. But C is well rounded, and A to me was a little spicy on the nose. I don't know if it was maybe it's the proof. I don't know, but it's.
Dude, again, it's just they all. The nose on all of them for me. I mean, gosh, it's so.
D is delicious.
Yeah, it is. D is really good. This is going to be a tough one, guys. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, Jesus.
I think D and B taste pretty similar.
You want me to tell my Jack 10 story?
Absolutely.
My Jack 10 story.
Story- it's story time with Mike.
That's where my Jack 10 went to.
That's right. That's right.
I bet you it tasted quite good, though.
I'm sure it freaking did, especially with Coca-Cola. So,
By the way, disclaimer: do not drink Jack 10 with Coca-Cola.
I mean, or do if you got it like that. Who knows?
If we got it like that, we have sponsorships for sale.
Yeah. Jesus. So, all right. So here goes my story. We should. This should be a segment, Mike Story Time. I've told a story in every single one.
It is.
It
we
is
just we just don't market it as such.
Yeah. Hey, what we need to do is we need to get a little cut in when it's Mike's story time.
Story time with Mike.
And,
And there's
have him sitting under a tree with opening up a book.
And
know what I mean?
and like on a swing set or something.
Yeah.
And there's like birds and clouds that come in over top.
That's right.
Like you're about to share a story with us.
Exactly.
Dude, again, like I said on the trophy thing, I don't know. It just happens to me. This kind of stuff happens to me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I'm the best at telling stories.
Yeah.
I'm really competitive.
I don't think I'm the best at telling stories.
That's
but.
funny.
So this happened about. It's been a little bit, probably 6-8 months ago. It was
before Halloween.
but before Halloween last year, obviously, yeah. So John got a bottle of Jack 10. He brought it over to my house that I host a Thirsty Thursday pretty often.
And that was before we had the other three.
And that is before we had the other three, yes. So he brings over a bottle of Jack 10, and we were all excited. We had like this, like maybe 3 or 4 pours out of it. Excuse me. Because, obviously it's good. It's good stuff. So we opened it. We had like maybe a little bit more out of this was gone. Like maybe 5 or 6 pours. We may have hit it once or twice.
Right.
So it was almost full. It was at least 3/4 full. So and my bar in my house is upstairs. So my bedroom's downstairs. So I don't get to go upstairs very often. My kids' rooms are upstairs, whatever, which I try to stay away from. But so he brings a bottle. Thirsty Thursday. We hit it. I put it up on the shelf. I have an app that I, like most of you I'm sure do. You can put on there, okay, I got this bottle, you scan it, and it's at whatever % if you open it, or if it's unopened, whatever. So,
Can we plug the app?
I mean, we're not getting paid, so I don't know.
All right. If you want to, if you know
If
who
you wanna sponsor-
you know who you are.
Sure. Yeah. There's only a couple good ones. So he brings over a bottle of Jack 10. We drink it, whatever. I put it on the app. I put it up on the shelf. So everybody leaves. And I don't go upstairs for probably 2 weeks, right? It's kind of sad, I guess. But So, and then in the interim of that, my wife's brother comes over with his girlfriend, and obviously they're drinking and stuff, and I told him, I said, look, man, your trash is downstairs, meaning all the other stuff, like the vodka, the cheap vodkas and all the stuff. I said, your stuff downstairs, you can drink whatever you want. Upstairs in my bar, don't touch anything. It doesn't matter what it looks like, it doesn't matter what you think it is, doesn't matter if it's bottom shelf, top shelf, don't matter. Don't touch my stuff unless I give it to you. Yeah, man, no problem, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. So we left. I think they were house sitting or something for like a night or something, our dogs. So then I go back up there, and I'm looking, and all of a sudden I see my Jack 10, and I'm like, what the hell happened to my Jack 10? It's literally, it's got like maybe a pour left.
You gotta turn
maybe.
It. You gotta turn it and show them in the front.
Maybe a pour left.
Maybe a pour down here.
Yeah, like way down there. And I'm like, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, damn, did we drink that much that night? I was like, I'm pretty sure not. And I'm pretty sure I texted you guys. I'm like, damn, like, what happened with our Jack 10 or whatever? And I'm like, this dude, are you for real? And I texted him, and you know what he said? He said, yeah, I drank it. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, it tasted, I was wondering why it tasted really good with Coke.
Yeah, I bet.
And I'm like, dude, what the hell, man?
I bet.
I mean, it looks just like Jack Daniels.
What?
Yeah, look at it.
I mean,
Look
that's
at
what
the
he
bottle.
said. He's like, well, the bottle said Jack
Look,
Daniels.
I mean, we'll show a picture of this, but I mean, it's Jack.
This dude.
You know, people who don't know, they don't even know there's a Jack 10, man.
This dude, I almost killed him. This dude thought that this was regular Jack Daniels, and he drank it with Coke. The whole thing. He left me like a spit at the bottom, just to not be an a-hole. Yeah. I left you a little bit.
Yeah, he left us the backwash.
Yeah, dude, what the hell, man? And so I told him that forever he'll owe me a bottle of Jack 10, and that's still the case. I know who you
What's
are.
a Jack 10 on secondary?
That's right.
Jack 10 on secondary. Does it really have a thing of secondary now?
Yeah, I mean, the batch 1 does. I mean, because there's still people looking for batch 1, batch 2. So.
Damn, and I just opened this?
Well, I mean, yeah.
But you know what? It was delicious, Mike.
He tells me now. One of these. You mean I could have sold this for 3 times what I bought it? No, it's all good. Look, if
you're that upset about it, you could just leave it downstairs with the other crap.
No. And have him drink it with Coke again? No. But
I did tell you it was probably the best Jack and Coke he's ever had in his life.
Yeah, I mean, he said, I was wondering why it tasted a little different and better. And I'm like, well, you know what? Like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm kind of glad he didn't pick this guy. Can you imagine if
but that one looks totally different, right? You can clearly tell.
Yeah, the red label and everything else.
It's orange.
Yeah. Is it orange?
I think so.
I'm colorblind.
It's
orange. It's kind of red.
Is it red?
It's red.
It's reddish orange.
It's burnt orange.
Also, the bottle is a little bit different. So you want to hear another kind of crazy thing? So I got into an argument.
You guys get a 2 for tonight.
Yeah. Not an argument, but I got into like a little debacle with somebody at a liquor store one time that I told them that the bottle between Coy Hill and the twice barreled ones are different. And they were like, no, it's not. It's the same bottle. You want to see the difference?
Yeah.
Because we got one right here.
Yeah, show us, Mike.
Oh, I've got a Jack story too. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You see how it's a little taller? That's not me, right? I mean, it's a little taller.
It is taller. Yeah.
And look, even this is
fatter.
taller. Right?
Well, he's obviously height blind too. Colorblind and height blind.
Dude,
you can't tell the difference?
You're going to tell me that this is the same as that, John.
John, do you need a level or something?
That is not the same. It's not even the same thickness down here. It's a different bottle.
Oh.
You don't think so?
Mike, I'm going to go with you on this one. You're definitely right about that.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, that's because I think this is a single barrel bottle.
Well, also, I think this is 750 and this is 700, right?
Is that what it is? Well, and this also has Jack Daniels on the bottle. You see it?
Yeah, this doesn't. Oh, it does.
Does it?
In front.
In the front, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably from the same place.
So my story.
Yeah, this is 700. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off. This is 700. This is 750. Right?
Yeah. That's a fifth.
What do you see?
Yeah, that's a fifth.
Right here, 750. Yeah, see? So it's a whole different bottle. And guess what? I have won that argument. They were like, no, it's the same bottle. I'm like, no, it's not. And you know how I know? Because I put them next to my bar at home, and I was like, dude, that's not the same bottle. Like, it looks ish the same, but it's not. So I won.
I think I've totally messed these up after I've gone back through them again. I just finished A and B, and it's like, I'm questioning my choices now.
Question your life choices, John.
I know.
So 10 and 12 I got from a local liquor store here. The 14 I got from a friend out of state.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, where did I get this from?
Didn't you trade for that one? Is that the one you traded for?
I did trade. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I traded, I think it was...
It was a big trade.
Yeah, it was a few bottles. I traded a Russell's 15, a Rickhouse B, Russell's Rickhouse B, and a Sweet Wheat.
Maybe it was a Sweet Wheat. What'd you get? You got a Weller?
I got a WLW, William Lou Weller, and a Coy.
And a Coy Hill.
What's the age statement on a Coy?
I don't know that there is one.
We don't know how long they're aged
It's
for?
not on the bottle.
So you want to talk about what Coy Hill is? I don't know that. So some listeners might be familiar, and actually I might be wrong about this, but my understanding is it is the highest point on the Jack. And you guys have both been there, but it's the highest point on the Jack Daniel's distillery land, and so because it's at the highest point, it gets the most temperature changes, and so it pulls out most of the barrel.
Yeah,
Which is good. It's like refined. That's what makes it so hard, is because it's the only, that rick house is right there at the top of that hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is that accurate? That's what Coy Hill
Yeah,
is?
it is. I'll tell you what I think, and you tell me if I'm.
They didn't
correct
talk
or
about
not.
this on the tour?
They did.
Okay.
I'm very little though,
Okay.
not a lot.
I went years ago.
Well, to me, that stuff is just really interesting. Like, that's how I feel about, like...
I went back when Gentleman Jack was new.
Yeah, but, like you knew Jack Daniels. But I, like Russell's Rickhouse, their Camp Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
There's the same story. It's an experimental facility where they've got different rickhouses, A, B, C, D, F.
So what from what the tour guide told me was that it is not on site at the Jack Daniel's distillery. Okay. It's off site, which they have. Apparently, they have like a bunch of off site rickhouses. Like they own land and they all over Tennessee. So the Coy Hill is not in where the distillery is.
Gotcha.
They own the land; it's somewhere else. But yes, you are correct. It's a certain hill or mountain or whatever that for some reason it gets
because it's high,
extreme highs, extreme lows, and that's where it comes from. Yeah.
That part of the whole bourbon thing or whiskey thing is always what's so fascinating, is that there's really this science to how they can extract flavor from the barrel and that kind of thing. So.
It is. I mean, it's very sciencey.
I know. That's why I like it.
I know.
I'll tell you what, though. That distillery tour is awesome.
It's really good. I don't know if anybody's done that, but if you haven't been to Jack Daniel's, you need to go because the history is good, but the tour is just fantastic. I mean, I think the way that they do it, the setting of Lynchburg and everything. I mean, you can go to the distillery and then you can go to the little kind of, I don't know if it's like a gift shop town.
Little town, yeah.
Yeah,
that's where this
whatever it
shirt
is.
came from.
Yeah.
I went there last year.
Yeah, you also have a hat and a backpack and a jacket. Man. What else do you have?
I'm a fanboy, man. I like Jack, but according by this blind, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but
you like all Jack that we have here, at least.
I think that they're all good. Honestly, I think they're all.
They
good.
all are very good. Honestly,
they are good.
If you can find these bottles, get them. I mean,
I remember when I was a young boy. I mean, it's a while ago.
John, you're younger than Mike.
I'm just saying. Jack was. I mean, it was one of the things. Like when people talked about whiskey and stuff like that, it was Jack Daniel's. It was really Jack Daniel's or nothing. And if the branding was on point. Really Jack Daniel's did what Buffalo Trace has done probably for the last 10 years with their antique collections and all their other stuff and all their collectibles. The amazing Eagle Rare, as I like to say. But Jack Daniel's did it before anybody else. Their branding was better. I kind of likened Jack Daniel's to Harley Davidson, growing up because, there was something to be said about somebody who had a Harley, that had that swagger, right? I don't know if that's what you call it, if you call it the Jack Swagger. But it was, it was definitely something that, was out there, and the marketing and the branding. And even today, Jack Daniels' branding and everything that they do, I think, is top notch. And I just feel like, what they've done here with the 10, 12, 14 and the Coy Hill just kind of cements their legacy of just producing hit after hit after hit. And,
what's
great.
weird, though, to me is I don't actually like just straight up Jack Daniels. Even some of the stuff like you've had us try, I don't think a Gentleman Jack. What's the other one? Might be
the twice barrel.
The single barrel proof.
Single barrel proof. That's what it is.
Yeah. Like the one they do.
I feel like those are in a different. Yeah, they don't taste like that.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like
a lot of those are ryes
category.
Well, not the single barrel proof ones.
Yeah, but it's like anything else. We say that it's not as good as these, but it still wasn't bad. It was still good offerings every single time.
What about that rye store pick though? We had like one that was like an N, one that was a J. Remember? And that other one was ugh.
Yeah. So
we were forced to buy those, but
we were. Sometimes when you go to these allocated drops, you gotta.
That's right.
You gotta buy what they tell you to get. One bottle. You gotta take the.
But it was so bad. I already had a bottle of the other one, and I said, "Can I buy the other one?" And they said, "Sure." And so I have 2 bottles of that now because that's how bad. The one they tried, yeah.
Well, when anybody says, "Man, I'm a rye guy," and I'm like, "Well, I got a bottle of Jack for you," I said, "I'll give you a couple samples, maybe the whole bottle."
So I got a question, guys. Are we rating these also?
Oh, I'm out.
Are we rating them as to what we think is better and not?
Well, I think we can.
I know what
I know which ones I like better.
I kind of raked them based on that, to be honest.
I know, that's kind of why I said that.
Yeah, and maybe I shouldn't have followed my heart there, but...
Dude. Oh, shit. Dude, I'm not quite sure if I'm right on this.
So...
I am glad we went with the 20-ounce waters, though. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sam's Purified Water.
Hey, you got to do it like this, John. You got to do the smart thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That says Jack Daniels right there. They can't see that, but
they can't see that now.
That's a nice stave that's got Jack Daniels on it.
We're glad we're talking about things that's not on camera.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I can put it on the on.
Jack Daniels also comes up in like every country song.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because they say, like, that one song, they're like, Jack make good whiskey. And I'm like, So he does make some good whiskey, but...
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you like anything, Joe.
Me? No, I like all 4 of these. What are you talking about? All 4 of these were awesome.
You want to hear a couple of cool stories?
Story time with Mike.
Yeah,
Dude, did you know that Jack Daniels, where the distillery is in Lynchburg, you know that's a dry county?
That's wild.
Yeah, it's dry.
That's crazy, right?
It is. It's dry as a popcorn fart. I don't know if there's anybody that's on the podcast here, but
I can tell you one thing: there's nobody on this podcast that's ever heard that phrase.
Oh, well, yeah, dude, what was that?
I'm just saying, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Holy crap, dude!
Yeah, it's because when you just it goes poof.
After you eat popcorn, I don't like popcorn, so maybe that's why I don't know what you're talking about.
I love some popcorn.
I don't like popcorn.
Who doesn't like popcorn?
I do not like popcorn, dude. I do not like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it. I do not like popcorn.
That's freaking weird, dude.
I know, my whole family agrees with you. Especially when we go to the movies. They're like, what is wrong with you?
What do you eat? Hot dogs?
No.
I
would not eat a hot dog from a movie theater.
Twix and freaking Skittles.
Yeah, dude. Right. Look at me. I clearly eat Snowcaps.
Well, and just so you know, Joe has lost quite a bit of weight here recently, and he is not. We are health conscious here, and we're trying to do better. We are.
Thank you to our viewers who are inspiring us. Commenting.
We went and joined Planet Fitness.
We actually did.
Yeah,
he's not actually joking right
now. They did.
Yeah,
we tried to get Mike to join, but
the good part is they have those hydro massagers,
which is not why you go to Planet Fitness. It's to work out, John.
Yeah, well, I go for the hydro massagers and I go for the tanning beds. Can't you tell? I'll be honest.
John has never been to one of those tanning beds.
I'm just saying, I'm not of the 3 of us sitting here. I think I'm the most tan.
Yeah. Are you?
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel Joe.
Hey, after that cruise, you're going to be the most tan.
I will.
That's
It's
right.
coming
He's
up.
about to go
It's
on a
coming
What
cruise.
was that, Mike? Because I think my wife needs to hear this because
What?
she doesn't think that I tan, but I think I tan pretty well.
I think Joe's the most tan.
I
Like if you
agree.
look at the screen, I feel like Joe's
Yeah,
the most
it's-
tan.
Well, I think if I didn't have white hair, I'd look tan. I'm just saying, I get washed out. I get washed out by my hair.
You excited about this cruise, man?
Huh?
You excited about this
I
cruise?
am. Yeah, we're going on the Carnival Vista.
Ooh.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We got connecting rooms with my mom.
Does she watch the podcast?
Just so you know, love you, Mama. Can't wait for an amazing trip with you. And
That's going to be a fun cruise, though.
it is. I'm looking forward. There's a lot of family members going. You know, what's funny is that, you know, they never want to come down and see me, but, man, they'll come down for a cruise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think our listeners are just going to think all we do is cruise all the time.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all we
I
talk
mean,
about on the podcast.
You guys do. I haven't
what?
been on a cruise in forever.
Dude, I have not been on a cruise until last year when we went on that one, Margaritaville.
Yeah.
I hadn't been on a
You
cruise in
just went
probably...
on a cruise like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then I went on another one recently because it was so great.
Yeah, this is my second one of the year, and I'm hoping I can squeeze in a lucky number 3.
Dude, John is a platinum member, so you know he.
Yeah,
gets
that would be
wins.
awesome.
I want to take another.
He said every quarter.
Listen, the one
Yeah.
we went to together was amazing.
Yeah.
Just saying that. And
No,
that was
we all need to go on the carnival.
and that was
the one on-
Margaritaville, which was
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
you know.
We did do the Margaritaville, which, you know, I am not one of those people that's going to hate on Margaritaville because, other than the experience that I had in the dining room, I had a fantastic time. I thought it was awesome. And the Airbnb we had.
Hey,
when
we
went
were
down-
going to tell that story?
we have not told that
I
story.
don't know.
Where you got
Hey,
your
we
mouth
alluded
fingered,
to
bro.
it last episode.
John got his mouth fingered by a stranger
Yeah.
You-
Well, I mean, apparently it was okay. You know,
in front of your wife.
Yeah, and you know, and she
And the whole dining room.
well, she didn't even stop it.
Actually, that's not true. I'm gonna step in and defend her for a second.
What did she say?
She did stop it.
She wasn't
tried
happy
to stop
about
it.
it.
She was definitely not okay with it.
What she stopped was
Can we
she's
just
like,
say what happened first?
well, she said, "You're not putting those fingers in my mouth."
Yeah, but it wasn't just fingers. It was fingers with cake on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and strawberries. So
Yeah, but also she could do it because what was her reason?
Oh, her son plays for the
yeah,
Bruins.
what was it? Yeah, she said it's okay. My son plays for the Bruins.
It's okay because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I felt safe because of that. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're a Bruins
You know,
fan.
you wanted tickets because of
But
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can make it quick. So we all went on a cruise, us three with our wives, and we were in the dining room, a nice dining room. It was the last
we
night.
were
or
we were in
something.
the steakhouse side.
yes,
That's
the
what I'm
nice
saying, a
dining room,
nice-
and
nice
we were
dining room,
minding
yeah.
our own business. I think
Yeah,
that's an important.
and we were at a table. We were having a good time, and then this random lady. She
Well,
was
they
nice.
were
Well, they
celebrating.
came out and they did like happy birthday to you. They had a cake at their table next to us.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
weren't-
And it was my birthday too, so it was kind of a.
That's right.
Yeah,
We didn't. Yeah, but your birthday
we-
had nothing to do with hers.
We didn't announce it, like they didn't know. Yeah. So then they come over with half of the one cake that
Leftover.
leftover cake that they had from the other table. They brought it to our table, and obviously they were a little, hammered. And they come in front of John for some reason. They didn't know anything. And the lady like dips her hand in the cake
in the chocolate and the cake with the
and
strawberry.
literally just like pop and just
Uh-huh.
and just puts it right in his mouth.
John, do you just
Like-
have one of those faces of like this will be okay? It'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I'm pretty sure I have a picture of it. Dude, if I have a picture of it, can you please put it up?
Yeah,
Put it
send
up
to
on the
me.
corner or something.
Yeah.
Dude, it is the most hilarious picture of John you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah.
And then she tried to do it to your wife, and
Yeah.
Ashley was like, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was shock and awe. You know what I mean? Like she got me with the shock and awe. Like I didn't. It was so shocking that I literally didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like I was like when it went in, I was like,
I think all of us were. We were all just like, "What is happening right now?"
I was like, where am I? You know what I mean?
I was laugh dying across the table
Oh,
because I
man.
could not.
we were like, "Where am I? This doesn't happen on Carnival."
dude, I had an ab workout that night just laughing at this guy getting his mouth fingered.
It was an experience.
It was hilarious.
I'll
That's
say
what it
that.
was.
Yeah, and it was a little cake, and she pushed in a whole strawberry, which I thought was odd. But
Then they left the cake for us,
and they did leave,
and
the cake.
none of us wanted to eat it.
No, I ate the crap out of that cake.
Like, none of us except for Mike
I
wanted to eat
did.
it.
That's probably where I got corona. Was from that cake.
Yeah, Mike is the only. Literally, I had a finger in my mouth, and Mike's the only one that got COVID.
We sat in the car with him for what, 4 hours driving
Yeah,
back,
dude.
or
Yeah.
2
We
3
got
hours
we got
driving
back. We got back home,
And
I
then
started-
Mike tells us the next day, "Yo, I have COVID. None of us of us got it."
Dude, because the next morning I woke up feeling like trash, like absolute absolute trash. I've had coronavirus 5 times. That's the 5th time. I knew immediately what I had. I'm like, I got corona. I got tested. You know, you can buy those at like Walmart now.
Yeah, I know because I got sick once and you told me I needed 5 of them before I could come to your house.
Because, dude, listen, dude. I'm a freaking germaphobe, dude. Like, listen, don't come to my house if you're sick, man. Like, I got a whole squad in my house.
I can tell you, I don't know where they are in Walmart because you sent me that text and I was like, yeah, no, I'll just stay home.
Yeah, it's like $10 and you'll find out exactly what you have.
Yeah.
You can have Corona A, B, flu A, B, or Corona. You know, this little test, $10 will tell you. You know, straight up.
And then, but don't you do the same thing for all this? You just sleep it off, stay at home.
I mean,
Yeah.
sort of,
Sorta.
but not. But I still need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just gives you peace.
Dude, yeah, like my kids, dude. You know, it's like, you know, the kids go to high school and middle school, and you got to know what they got, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Hey,
it's what it is.
we get it, Mike.
Hey, you know, I'm a germaphobe. I can't afford to miss work, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
So-
I do get that. I don't like being sick because of that.
But
I hate that, dude.
other than that, for you, you know, the listeners out there, Margaritaville is a fun time.
It is.
It is really if you know what it is going in, and you have great company with you, it is an awesome time. But don't go in thinking that you're going to get the.
It's not Disney. It's not fancy.
No, exactly. You're not going to get that, but you are going to get a good time, and you're going to have fun, and you're going to laugh, and you're going to. The food was surprisingly really good.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
it
the
was
food was
cheap.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I will tell you, Mike, is because, you know, I'm cheating. I can't read a word of that scribble.
But
I'm looking right at A, and I don't know what that says.
but but honestly though, Joe, thinking and talking about the cruises, can you say the one I recommended, the Celebration? Was it
Dude.
bad?
The Celebration,
Yeah.
the one I went on, just
So
went
you
on?
went on,
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
That was the best cruise that I've ever been on in my whole life.
That's what I'm
It was
saying.
awesome, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying is, yeah, it was more expensive, but it was longer. But also just the quality of the ship, the quality of the meal, like it was just there was no comparison.
Yeah. Well, I went on Holland America. For
They're not sponsoring us either, you know.
I know, but man, if they would.
Yeah, you're like a Diamond Platinum member.
I love Holland America. It's like there's something about the way that cruise is and the way it's set up that it just fits me perfectly. Like when I get on there, it's like somebody's.
So you know I don't change my answers?
Yeah, they're welcoming me home. You know. Did you change your answer?
No, I said that's how he knows I don't change my answers. I don't know. I didn't even know what that said. I think he should hold that up and show the audience so they can see the scribble.
All right. Well, so here we are. It's time for the results, and we are, as you can see, these were stapled.
They can't see that. So.
Yeah.
Well, we got to tell
You can't see that, but
we got to tell them what we think first before you open that.
oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
All right. So
I'm not gonna change
we'll start with Dr. Joe, who is notorious for getting nothing right.
Pens up.
Look,
Pens up.
Pens up, boys.
you know what? They know that I'm so good at this that
Pens up.
we planned ahead of time. We said, you know what, Joe, just pretend like you don't know.
Yeah, and apparently they can't read my handwriting.
Yeah, they can't see that. Bro.
Okay. So
All right, you ready?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do first is
I do need to rate them. I did not rate them. Can I rate them real quick?
Yep.
go ahead.
You can rate them real quick.
Me and John will just look at each other.
Yeah, but what we'll do is we'll talk about which bottle we think it is. We'll go A, B, C, and D, and then we'll go what we thought for the, 1 to 4, basically. 1 being the best, 4 being the worst of the best.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so Joe, you go first. What is your A bottle?
14.
Ooh, Joe went with 14. Mike, what did you have, big dog?
I went with 12, and I rated it number 4.
Did you look at the color?
So I rated A as Jack 14.
And also, I gave it a number 1.
I gave it a number 1.
Yeah.
So I gave A as a number 1, 14.
Dude, I'm either really right or really wrong.
All right. So let's go with B. What did you say B was, Joe?
10.
I put 10 for B also.
And
I put Jack 10.
I gave it
for
a 4.
B. I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3 as well.
Okay. All right. So we're all in agreement.
Man,
B is-
dude, I am feeling right now. Just so you know, I am feeling so good by John.
All right. So
Dude, I hope you guys are wrong so bad.
All right. So on C, what do you have, Joe?
12.
C, I put 14.
C, I have Coy,
Okay. So,
and I put it as number 2.
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 2 also,
Okay.
but
2
I put
also.
14.
I put Coy as C. What do you have for D, Joe?
Coy.
Coy.
Gave it a 2.
Coy. Mike had
I
Coy.
gave
I had
Coy
12.
and a 1.
I had 12
Dude,
and 4.
guys, what are you going to do if I get 5 out of 5?
I did 12 and a 4. Okay.
I would crap myself if Joe got a 4 out of 4 on this.
I will feel so vindicated because people literally were like, why do you get them all wrong?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's see results.
Without further ado, the results are coming in. As I can pull this thing. You hear them popping?
By the way, I'm 100% sure that the first one is 14.
Oh, my goodness.
What? Tell us.
Oh, my goodness.
Tell us.
Myrtle Dean. Joe, I think you may have done good, bro.
Tell us.
Okay, so the results are A as Jack 14 year.
Boom!
Woo! Okay, let me flip mine over so I get a point here. So Jack 14, got it. Okay, for B, we have Jack 10 year.
Boom!
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody got the 10 year.
Okay,
Here we go. Here we go. C. Coy Hill.
Man, John nailed it again, bro.
Damn, John.
All right.
Dude, John was like,
Holy crap,
he's
dude.
like an aficionado.
Okay, and then D
It's
is
obviously a 12.
Yep. D is the 12 year. So we have the Jack blind here. We'll have a picture of this just to show and confirm. Mike's wife had done these without anybody seeing them, but we have A is the 14 year, B is the 10 year, C is the Coy Hill, and D is the 12 year.
Man, no wonder John said Myrtle Deep.
Yep.
Dude, you get 4 out of 4, John?
Dude, he's now had 5 out of 5 on a rye and
I am
4 out of 4 on a jack.
I'm 9 out of 9. You know
That's
what I mean?
amazing.
If I was playing,
Holy-
you know
baseball,
what?
I'd be an all-star.
Hey,
you know what
I
mean?
believe I deserve a participation trophy for that. This is vindication from a rye episode.
So what did you get?
I got 2.
You got 2 out of 4?
Yeah, 2 out of 4.
Dude, I got 1 out of 4. I
Yeah.
failed.
Hey, don't worry, you did not fail because I did worse than you on a rye. This is eating Mike up so much more than it ate
Dude.
me up on the rye episode.
Well,
Dude.
we kind of.
This is hard, man. This is super hard, just so that our listeners know.
Yeah.
And I
Dude.
know that I said that as somebody who didn't get any of them in the last one, but it's harder than you think, But I want to go back through what we liked the most, because I feel like, did we have preconceptions at the beginning about what we liked? Because I did. I thought 14, Coy Hill, 12, 10. That's
So let's talk about it. So we have, I picked the 14 as the number 1, and I had it over the Coy Hill. I know, Joe, you had it as number 1.
Yeah, 14 was
What
the number
about
1
you,
for
Mike?
sure. 14's the best.
No, dude, I had D as my number 1, which is 12 year.
Okay.
Dang, you like 12 year more than 14?
No,
bro?
dude, that's crazy, man. Like I
I had the.
I can't even explain.
I had the 12 year as number 4, and so I think for me, I had number 1 as the 14 year. I had the 10 year, which was B. I had it as my number 3. I had the Coy Hill as number 2, and I had the 12 year as 4.
I think mine matches up with exactly what you would think going in, right? So I had 14 as a 1. I had what was actually 12 as a 2, Coy Hill as a 3, and 10 as a 4. I would have told you before. That's probably how I would have ordered them.
Yeah, and again, I think maybe on the batches. So like with batch 1 and batch 2 or 3 of 10 and 12, maybe there is a difference, but
But these are all batch 1s though.
they are batch 1 to batch 1. I mean, I like the 14. I like the 14, the Coy Hill, the 10, and the 12. That's my order.
Man, so in your order 12 is last
12 is last.
That's wild, man.
out of all batch 1s.
That is correct.
That's crazy. Even you chose batch 10 over batch 12.
I did. Well, in theory, that's the way it would have been. Because Coy Hill, this is a 24 release, so it would have been, if we'd had another Coy Hill, maybe it would have been a little different. But
Like one of the hazmat ones.
yeah.
I mean, I had 10 the lowest.
I thought 10 was very smooth. And
Dude, I
very,
had 12 the lowest.
I could tell as soon as I had 10 on B. I told you guys. I said this is low proof.
Well, you could tell immediately.
I knew what it was. right
Part
off
of
the
it
bat.
was because A was 14, so it was
Yeah.
one of the higher proof ones.
Yeah.
And it was like the contrast between A and B was just incredible. And I will say, the color on A was super dark. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I asked about the Coy Hill. Because for me in my head, the difference was, is this Coy Hill or is this 14?
Yeah.
But you know what though? Like looking at them here, like from this angle on the bottles, they all look the same, dude. I mean, on the glasses.
looking at them in the glass, though, this was qualitatively darker than the rest of them.
I guess my vision's not bad. I'm not wearing my glasses today, but Yeah, I mean,
And
dude,
also, the other thing that clued me in was that we just had this weekend, which we should talk about that.
we should.
But as soon as I tasted it, just like flashbacks to, because I was just like, oh, like I remember that exact.
I just had that,
and I haven't had the other 3 in a while, so it was like that was the other thing that clued me in. I feel like.
So you cheated, is what you're saying?
No, I'm telling you what clues I used for my decision. Hey.
Hey, if I didn't win, you guys
do.
cheated. That's the way I look at it.
Hey, well, let me ask you a serious question though. Okay. Isn't it bothersome, because this is what happened to me on the Rye episode, when you think you like one of those more than the other and then you realize you don't?
Yeah.
Like, it bothered me. I was like, oh, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, and I feel like a jackass.
I didn't feel like that. I was like, that's how it goes sometimes,
I feel like a jackass because, according to this, I liked Jack 12 better than 14 and Coy Hill.
You know what? We just got to hope that the next blind, John just misses them all. Dude, and then we'll all be even.
The only way that we would catch up to him is that if he gets 0 out of whatever.
Even then, I've gotten 0. So I'd have to get them all right.
100%.
But yeah, so this weekend we had Jack 14.
That's right.
This is, in my opinion, a great story.
Yeah.
I think you should tell it.
Okay.
Or I can start it, but you can end it.
Well, you can start it, but you got to tell where it was. Because it's a cool place. We love the place.
Yeah, this is a great place. So this local place around us is called Tuffy's. Tuffy's Music Box, but it has a different name.
It's Tuffy's Bottle Lounge.
Okay.
Bottle Shop.
Yeah, it's in Sanford, Florida. If you haven't been there,
place.
Huge shout out. It's an awesome place. It's got like a great ambiance. They have excellent selection.
Great concerts.
Great concerts.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, this is a place that basically brings in artists before they're famous somehow. And then, like, a year later, they're just blown up.
They do bring up, like, famous people, though, too.
No, I know they do that, too. But
who
it's like,
do we see on your birthday, Joe?
We saw...
what's that chick? Aubrey?
Anna Avery.
Anna
Avery, whose song...
awesome. The Indigo song?
The Indigo song with Sam Barber. Huge shout out. She took pictures with us and everything. It was great. Yeah, so it's also great that it's a smaller venue. And... so that means that you get the opportunity to see them like up close, and it's just a great experience all around. So we went there this weekend, but we had gone there for my birthday about a month ago. Yeah, it was last month. Mm-hmm. And we saw Anna Avery in concert. And when we got there, we didn't know this, but they had a birthday bourbon and they had a Jack 14. And Jack 14 had like just come out. And I don't even think you had your bottle yet.
I did not. No.
Yeah. So, obviously, right, we went up. We're like, hey, let's get some pours of the Jack 14.
And affordable pours, too.
They have very affordable pours on everything, including their birthday bourbon.
Yes.
So we got pours of that. We got the 14. It wasn't open yet. They must have just gotten it in.
We cracked it, yep.
Yeah, so they cracked it open for us. We had our pours. We were like, nailed it. Awesome. Amazing. And then we went back there this weekend for your birthday.
Yeah, we went back there for my birthday this weekend.
Mostly because we had someone with us that we were like, hey, they got birthday and 14 there. We had it last month.
we had other bourbon guys with us, and we're like, hey, let's go there. They have great bourbon selection and great everything, and great prices and everything. And we went there, and the bottle looked exactly how we left it a month ago for him. So a good thing for us. So we had a few people with us, and we killed the bottle, and they were nice enough to let us have it after we asked, and obviously they let us have it at the end of the night. They had to pack it up and all kinds of stuff. But
the bartender I was like, hey, we opened that last month with us. He's like, yeah, I recognize you guys.
He remembered us. That's right. He remembered us. And actually, the first time when we went for your birthday, we killed the birthday bourbon.
Yeah, you took that bottle.
Because we took that one, too.
There was a little bit left, so we did. You got that one.
So if you guys see over here, we'll give him a shout out, too. He does, like, broken bottle art, which is the reason why we keep the empty bottles, because I know you guys are probably like, that's dumb. Would you just take it home and do what with it? Stare at it?
Yeah. We do. We put it on our walls.
We do stare at it because our friend Mario, shout out to Mario, he makes amazing broken bottle art. And he puts it in epoxy, and he adds all kinds of.
Does he have a handle on Facebook? We could.
He does. I don't know it off the top of my head.
We could tag him.
I want to say it's like broken bottle Glen art or something like that. I'm sorry, Mario. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, we'll tag it. We'll tag it in the post, and we'll also
check it out in the comments.
Yeah, we'll show a couple pictures of the ones we've got, and if anybody out there, you guys, it is awesome work.
Yeah.
And if you have a home bar, you have things that you invite people over and you want to see things. These are amazing. Yep. They're not just amazing works of art, but they're also amazing, like, talking pieces. Like,
That's right.
It's conversation starters. It's everything that you want when you have people to come over and you're just having a couple drinks and you're like, hey, let's, it kind of gets the conversations going. So, definitely we'll link Mario's deal up here on the video. But, check them out because it is absolutely outstanding work.
Yeah, I'm super excited because this week I got to finish that Parker's rye. Mm-hmm. So that'll be my first one, so I'm excited about that.
But you know what the cool thing is, man? Like before I knew that he was, doing that and that kind of stuff, I always dreaded finishing bottles, killing bottles.
Yeah, me too.
Because because it's like, look, you spend all this time trying to find this bottle. This bottle is so special. You share it with special friends, special family, blah blah blah. But then when it gets down to like almost nothing, you're like, man, I don't want to finish it because before that, what do you do with the bottle? You throw it away, right? Mm-hmm. And it's almost like you, in a way, for me, I feel like you're just throwing away those memories, you know? And the fact that he can take that bottle, break it, and put it in a special piece, like in an artwork piece, breaking it and putting all the pieces like it looks like the bottle kind of blew up. I mean, it's amazing, and you can put it on your wall, and you have that memory forever. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean to get sappy, but I feel like that's freaking amazing, man.
It is.
Like, it makes you want to, like, look, I finished this bottle, now it's up on my wall forever, and you can keep it forever.
Well, I even told you I have a bottle that I want to have him do, and you and I were hanging out, but John couldn't make it that night. And I was like, I wanted to kill that bottle to get this made, but I was like, but I want to wait just because that was a bottle that we opened together.
Exactly.
But you have also a Killer Infinity bottle, which for those of you who don't know, you get a bottle and you take that last pour, you pour it in there, and you're like about half full. So that'll be an episode, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Where you take your favorite ones.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I lost.
We did it, guys. I feel a little better.
And you won again.
Dude, John is like
what the hell,
master
man?
At this game.
I don't know. I mean, it's I guess what is it? Dumb luck.
Yeah, right.
Dumb luck here.
I think
your palate is so refined.
I think it's more like 25 years of experience is what that is.
This will be us in 10 years.
I hope.
This will be. Yeah. I hear you.
I hope so.
Hey, I don't want to go to the stewardship course with him anymore because it's not going to feel like we're on a level playing field.
You're going to fail, dude. They're going to give you that.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Leather.
They're going to give you that test and you're going to be like,
Hey, come on. I didn't do that bad.
No.
I did all right.
Yeah, yours was good.
Yeah.
Look, hey, I passed and obviously I flunked this one. But I did pretty good on the rye, though.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah. Well, we done for this one, guys?
Well, I guess so. I mean,
we're out though. We don't even have a cheers.
We don't even have a cheers. We don't have anything.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Which one was your number one?
Mine was a 14.
Mine was a 14.
All right. Well, I guess I'll settle.
What was yours?
Shit.
He doesn't know.
It doesn't matter. I lost, so it doesn't matter. But in the spirit, we're gonna do another little lick of 14, if you guys want.
Yep.
Another little lick of 14. What do you? A? No. What was 14 in?
It was A. It was A.
God
Yep.
damn it.
What'd you put for that one?
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it. I was so terrible.
I told you I was 100% confident the first one was 14. There was no doubt.
Yeah, I should have cheated off of you.
We should both cheat off of it.
I should have.
Yeah. Well, but, I guess in closing for me, guys, I just, again, thanks to everybody out there. I mean, we appreciate everybody's, comments about our well-being. Between Joe's CPAP,
which, by the way, in the full episode we resolve,
and then me being overweight, we're working.
I don't think he had in mind our well-being.
Well, we're working through a lot here, not just the podcast, but we're trying to grow personally. So thank you.
Well, what's this bottle weigh for my biceps?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. Yeah, I told you 20-ounce waters, 20-ounce waters, and so. But yeah, no, thanks everybody. We appreciate it. Hopefully you like this Jack kind of blind taste test and everything about it. We do have quite a few things coming up. We want to make sure we're talking about the bourbon and bogeys golf tournament coming up in June. So a lot of people here in Central Florida, if you're playing in that out in New Smyrna, give us a shout. We're gonna have a tent set up, and as Mike mentioned last time, we're gonna have free pours. and a lot of cool stuff going on with that. And
Some pretty cool shirts.
Yeah, some cool
Yeah.
shirts. We got a big month of June, so we're pretty excited. We got some great content coming, and
let us know what else you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe, share it out, guys. We're definitely growing. We're really happy with the traction, but we don't really want to be doing this just for ourselves.
I mean, we can't.
We want to hear from you.
We can't do it for ourselves.
Well, we pretty much were, and then we were like, "Hey, we should do this for a podcast." So,
And
here
hey,
we are.
to be honest with you, from the last one to this one, which has been 6 days, 7 days.
Yeah.
We've doubled our subscribers.
Yeah. So hopefully that continues.
So I mean, some people are liking it,
Yeah.
So
Or they're like, these guys are ridiculous.
hey, I'll take that too. Whatever, it's all good.
Try. These guys are diabolical. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, on that note, thank you guys. It was another good one. I lost. I admit it. Although I hate it. No trophy for me.
You're not alone.
You guys want
Just when it
cheers?
comes to Jacks.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks. To the Jack.
It's still so